everyone, and welcome to the first and brand new episode of Off the Record. I'm your host, Lisa Konicki, and I'm so excited to kick off the show with none other than Grammy Award-winning artist and songwriter, Colbie Caillat. In this debut episode, Colbie joins me to talk about her reimagined album, This Time Around, and the collaborations she formed with artists including Gavin DeGraw, Maren Morris, Walker Hayes, and so many more. We dig into the stories behind the song, the creative process, and how this new chapter reflects who she is today. We're thrilled to launch this journey with you, so make sure you follow, like, and listen wherever you get your podcasts. This is Off the Record with Colbie Caillat. Well, welcome, Colbie. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We wanted to get into your album This Time Around. You're duetting with a bunch of other artists on some hits that you've done. Yeah. So we will talk about that. Okay. But first, I've got some random questions for you. Okay. And I want to see if we can get to know Colbie Caillat, is how I like to pronounce it. And see who is Colbie Caillat. Okay, you ready for me?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Are you for or against Irish goodbyes at a party?
Oh, I understand them. Yeah, I get it.
Have you done them?
Definitely.
Okay.
You don't want to be a downer and say goodbye, but then
Sweet or savory breakfasts?
Oh, sweet all day.
Sweet. If a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would they be? And they can be superficial. You don't have to kind of think deep on it. If you
I would like to fly.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's hard.
It's so hard. What would they be? I feel like have all health, just be healthy and feel good in your body and your mind. I feel like that would be something that would be wonderful for everyone. And I don't know, get to talk to people, see people from your past. That have passed. Yeah.
Yes, I like that. I would love that. What fashion trend do you wish would come back?
You know, I'm not a trend. I just feel like I like timeless kind of pieces, like blue jean and, white shirt. I'm not sure as far as a trend. I think, I don't like trends.
I think t-shirt and jeans was a trend.
Always
point. It's always a comfort staple.
Yeah.
What's an irrational fear of yours?
Oh, there's sharks in any body of water, for sure.
It's true.
It is, yeah.
What's a nickname you were called growing up?
Coco.
And any reason for that, or just what was the origin?
They just called me Colbie Coco, coconut, and then
CC.
Coco Butt, CC, but and then even my dentist or anyone from who I still use to this day, they just call me my nickname Coco.
Sleeping with your socks on or off?
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only right answer.
Feel the sheets and.
And who would you want to play you in a movie?
Oh. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
I'm trying to think. My immediate thing when somebody asks that question is always Julia Roberts, because Julia Roberts.
That would be cool. I don't look. I would.
No, you don't look like her. But
she's the best.
She's always my go-to.
Yeah.
But I wonder if if she dyed her hair, maybe like an Amy Adams.
Oh, cool.
Think.
Yeah,
maybe?
that's cool.
Yeah.
I love her too.
Charlize, anyone?
Great.
Take her.
Take them.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Well, I feel like I know you better, so I'm glad that we did that.
Okay.
And again, I do want to talk about the album, but let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
And go back to growing up and how a Malibu, California girl ends up in Nashville, Tennessee. So, what was the start of your journey getting into music?
I started singing really young. I would always sing in my bedroom, my house growing up, and my parents were in the music industry, but I wasn't pressured or guided to be in it whatsoever. We would do, I did a couple school talent shows when I was in 6th grade with my best friends, and then freshman year with my best friends, and auditioned for American Idol when I was 19. And when I was 19, I started playing guitar. My parents were like, listen, if you want to be a singer, you should learn how to play an instrument and be a songwriter. It's just a better career if you can have all of that. And so, it took me a long time to take their advice, but I took vocal lessons and piano lessons and guitar lessons, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I wrote my first song when I was 19, and my friend put those songs up on MySpace, and and then when I was 20, everything kind of took off on MySpace. So that was my journey of like falling in love with singing and then learning how to write, and then just a whirlwind after that.
It just took off. Do you remember the first song that you wrote?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was? What's the name of it?
It's called Someday, and I plan on releasing it at some point.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll
Yeah.
be cool. And I know you glossed over my parents were in the music business, but your dad, Ken Caillat, produced one of the greatest albums of all time,
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac Rumors. He did Tuscan Mirage as well, won a Grammy. Any advice that he gave you along the way that sticks with you still to today?
I mean, he taught me about songwriting and song structure,
Yeah.
and again, the importance of learning how to play an instrument. And I don't know, I just remember him always saying, like, you're about to, when everything was taking off on MySpace, like, you're about to get on a really fast freeway, and it's really hard to get off. You know, it's just it all just flies by, and there's all these things coming at you. And so my family and my friends have always been very close. I still have my best friend since I was 10 years old, and that's helped me through this journey of feeling safe not like, you know, just you
craziness
feel
of it all.
comfortable. Yeah, I always
Yeah.
have them to like remind me of
Yes.
my childhood and everything.
And bring you down back to earth.
Yeah, they keep me there for sure.
Yes, and you said your parents are in the music business. Was your mom musically inclined? What did she do?
They met at the Village Recorder in L.A.,
Okay.
which is a music recording
Yes.
studio, when my dad was recording Fleetwood Mac. So
Okay.
it was, she was in the business and
Okay.
helped him with all
So
of
that's
it.
how they met.
Yeah.
So you also touched on auditioning for American Idol. What happened there? What's that? I know you didn't go into it, but what happened?
Not at all. It was, I think, their second year, and my friends and I from high school, we auditioned, and they just said no instantly. It was like we were at the Rose Bowl. There was like thousands of people in the parking lot. You have
Yeah.
to camp out overnight to get a spot in line. Like, we actually did the whole
you
thing.
did the whole
Our
shebang.
parents were
Yeah.
there. It was wild. And I was nervous, and I just didn't have the look. I didn't have any of the things. And so like 10 seconds in, they were like, next. And then the next year I auditioned actually with Bubbly, and they said the same thing.
But before it was released, nobody had.
Yeah, no
we
one
hadn't
had
heard
heard it.
Bubbly
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
And they said no again.
They said no again. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't right for the show. I was talked into auditioning. I was very shy, introverted.
Yeah.
I had never really performed before, besides a couple school talent shows. I wasn't right for it. I wasn't comfortable.
So you knew yourself you weren't ready.
Yeah,
For it.
yeah. So,
So-
it made sense.
Do you think if you got picked for the show, your trajectory would have been different? Do you think it would have, because you weren't ready, maybe not have gone the way it's gone?
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't right for the show because I wasn't that personality type. I get really nervous on camera. Talking to people, all of that, it just wasn't going to be a good fit. So
Yeah.
the way that it happened, where, people from my, like, listeners on MySpace from around the world chose my song, which then chose me. I got a record deal because they chose it. So it felt very much like it allowed me to grow with it. And being on TV was like one of the hardest things.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
still get nervous?
Yeah,
Really?
definitely, for sure.
Even with being in front of thousands and thousands of people you've performed, it's still...
Doesn't matter. When we just did Bubbly, I was like, why did I say yes to this?
Get out! Well,
Yeah.
she did just perform Bubbly, and it was fantastic. So there's no reason to be nervous
Yeah, thank you.
about any of that. So like you said, Bubbly was a song you auditioned with, but that was your first release
Yeah.
after you got signed as an artist.
Yes.
And it took off and went
Well,
crazy.
It took off before, which is why I got the record deal. That's the thing. So fans actually chose that song, and then I got signed by Universal Republic, and
From
went
that.
on from that,
Okay.
and I went on tour that next summer with the Goo Goo Dolls
Yes.
and Lifehouse, and that was my first time
Lifehouse.
ever being on a stage like that, and just learning as I went. Like I had this huge opportunity that was just like thrown in my lap, and then I had to, like, a lot of friends I've had in the music industry where it takes them a lot longer to get to that place, and so they had a lot more practice and experience, and I was just so green and so nervous. And then every show that you do, the more you get comfortable and the more you learn about yourself. So
Yeah.
I learned along the way.
So what was that like, being so shy as you were, being on stage with the Goo Goo Dolls, opening for them, and what was... How'd you get through that? How'd you handle that?
I had a a therapist out on the road. I'm not joking. I had
Did you really?
I had a stage coach. She actually talked in my ears and
okay.
told me how to speak to the audience. I'm not exaggerating. I had no idea. I just would stand there with my eyes closed, and like she's like, you have to open your eyes, you have to talk to the audience, you have to walk to this side, you have to walk to, I mean, basics that were just not something I wanted to do. And I would cry before going on stage. I would want to cancel shows and cancel the tour. It sounds very dramatic.
It does.
But I
feel bad for you.
Yeah, it was not good, but there was so many cool experiences. And again, like I've gotten to a place where I love it now. And after writing my song Try, I started telling the audience about those fears, my like stage fright, and I actually started getting comfortable on stage. And now I just story tell, and I can't wait to go out and like I have the band I love and the instruments, and I perform. I like playing acoustic more, like stripped down shows, and so it's been a long journey though.
Do you get feedback from the audience when you tell those stories? Do you start to hear their stories?
Yes, and like meet and greets with them. They'll tell me how much my songs mean to them, and so that was something that kept me going. I feel like I would have quit so at the very beginning if it wasn't for people giving like how much certain songs meant to them, or my team, that I was like, everyone's done so much work, like I can't stop now. Like so I felt like I had to do it for everyone else. And now I've learned to do it for myself.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
And so what were the Goo Goo Dolls like when you were at that point? I guess it was back in the early 2000s?
It was 2007.
Yes.
Yeah, they were great. They were so...
Did they know how shy you were and how scared you were to go
Yeah,
out
you know what's so funny is I didn't know this until a couple weeks ago. We played a private show together, and before going on, I was talking to Johnny, and he was like, you know, it was so cool having you on tour back then. He's like, you had like a stagecoach out with you or something. I was like, yeah. He's like, we were so mad. We never said anything, but like we just were like, they're trying to mold this sweet young girl and just let her do what she does. And I was like, wow, you remember that? Like I didn't know that you witnessed that experience, but they believed, like they let me come on the road, and I got to sing with them in Nashville recently, actually.
Oh, that's awesome. Where was that?
At Ascend. They played at Ascend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they brought you on and played with them?
Yeah, it was really
that's
cool.
Great. So it all came full circle.
Full circle. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So we fast forward through that. You skyrocket with Bubbly, and then Realize, and Fallen for You, all these songs.
I call it Fallen too.
Yeah. All these big hits that you had. So we fast forward to now, which you're putting out this time around. The album. It's out in September. But you're doing your hits that we all know and love, but you've added a couple of people.
Yes.
Talk about why you wanted to do this project at this time in your career.
So I wanted to record this record like 6 years ago, and it just was something that I didn't make the time for. I was like, oh, I'll do it next month, and it just kept passing by. I wanted to re-record, like reimagine the versions of all my old singles that I still sing, and how we sing them live, and you know, having the steel guitar and the dobro, and I sing a lot different than I did at the very beginning of my career. So when I listen back to the old recordings, I'm like, oh, it's, you know, I want to redo, I want to update them. And so that was the plan, and then it turned into like, let's have a couple duets, and then it became every song is going to be a duet. So there's 12 duets. I think there's 8 songs that are redos of my singles, and then 3 new songs that I wrote, and then a cover with Gavin DeGraw.
Let's talk about the songs that you wrote and kind of your writing process. Like, what made you want to pick these 3 songs? What made you want to add songs and not do an album of 12 old redos, reimagines?
I had thought about doing more redos. I had thought about writing more songs, but I only wrote 4 songs for this, actually, and put 3 of them on. I just think it's nice to be able to add some freshness to it, and I had, you know, going through a breakup and finding new perspectives of, because we've written many breakup songs, we've listened to all variations, but somehow there's still new twists and perspectives to write about. So I wrote with Lee Brice for one of them.
Kind of single.
which is such a fun one. I love him. And then Live Without, who I have Maddie and Tay on, and Ryan Hurd, we got to write a song together called Can't Say No. And they're all just very much what I was experiencing at that time. And, you know, songwriting is like therapy, and going in, it's always like, I didn't really know Ryan, and so getting to go in there and like, but my producers, Jimmy and Eric, like we've worked together for so long. So you just get to talk about what you're going through. And then with Live Without, writing with Liz Rose, she's my favorite. She's like my comfort zone.
Yes, take us into the writing room writing with her, because she's a famous writer. Obviously,
She
everybody
is.
loves her. Great songs.
Great.
What was the process like with you two in the room?
You know, I've been working with her for so many years in Nashville. She's like my safe space, and you can just tell her whatever. Because even writing that song, like I'm like, she's like, all right, we got to write. I'm like, I don't really know what to say anymore. Like she's like, there's always something to say. I'm like, all right, fine. So then we got in there, and I was telling them about the breakup and how, you know, you think the world's going to end, and you know, everything reminds you of that person, and then slowly it starts to shift. And she just has a way of hearing you and hearing what you're wanting to express and saying it in the most beautiful, eloquent, condensed way.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I wanted to mention about the album, because I listened to it. I didn't listen to it in the order that it is, but I listened to it in an order that had all the remakes were happy and finding love, falling in love, and all that. And then the newer ones were heartbreak. And was that on purpose to do I mean, obviously you had the new ones that were happy. Was it on purpose to add a little of the heartbreak in there for this album?
No.
Or did it just happen that way?
It just happened. I mean, honestly, a lot of my songs are heartbreak songs, but, you know, like, even Realize is one that's just like, you know, I still can relate to it at different times. That's what's so fun about singing these old songs, is finding new meaning in them. And like, I Never Told You, they just kind of pull at your heartstrings a little bit. But choosing who I wanted to be on these songs, that was a fun process of knowing vocally who could do it, or personality-wise, what the timing of everything. Getting to work with Hillary Scott on Try was so special.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, and she's like, can I sing on Try? I sing it with my daughter. And Maren Morris asked if she could sing on Fallen for You. And, you know, Mitchell Tenpenny on Realize. Like, there's just these, to know that they loved these songs, they wanted to sing on these songs, and they brought everyone brought their flair to like every song that they sang.
So they gravitated towards those songs.
Yeah, like Mitchell's like, I like went in high school, I was singing along to Realize. I'm like, this is so funny.
Does that make you feel old when somebody says that?
For sure, but I mean, I've said, like, I would say that to people too. You just don't realize. Yeah.
Yes. So the process of, did you go to them and say, hey, will you do a song, one of my songs with me? And they were like, I want to do this one. Or did you put people on certain songs as well?
Both ways, yeah. So Hillary, I was like, I have these songs. I would love if you would sing on it. She's like, yes, I would love to sing on Try, because I wanted to know what one she gravitated towards her. She was one of the first to choose and pick, And then Mitchell, I thought he would be great on Realize. And so when I asked him, he was like, perfect, that's the one I wanted.
Okay.
When I asked Russell Dickerson for If You Love Me, Let Me Go, he was like, yes, but can I sing on Realize? And I was like, oh no, Mitchell already. So that kind of, and then I think even Maren Morris, I wanted her to sing on Brighter Than the Sun originally, and she asked if she could do Fallen for You. So, and then I knew Walker, and I was like, oh, Walker, I love his voice and his vibe, and he would be perfect for Brighter Than the Sun. So it all just kind of fell into place. Bubbly was a tough one, because I didn't know who
would fit that.
And Amos, I became friends with him last year, and I was nervous to ask him, but he said yes, and he added such
smooth vocals on those from him.
It's really cool.
He just added some dynamic to that. Also, Mitchell on Realize made it a little more soulful, I think, right?
Soulful.
Added that.
His vocals, his ad-libs are my favorite. This is my favorite version of the song.
That's a great one. Yeah. And when I was listening to them, I paired them up, most of them up, with the new version and played them along with the old version, just to see a difference. And what I love about it is they're the same songs that we know and love. Yeah. But each artist brings their own kind of personality or something to it. And maybe I think it was Realize just a little faster than,
Yeah, it's a little
than the other-
different.
Yes, just a little bit, but still
Yeah.
what we recognize. So I love that about
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I know everyone, when they came in, they were like, well, how do you want me to do it? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Go, just sing how you want to sing it.
Yes.
That's the point of it. It has to be their style,
Yes.
you know.
And obviously these songs, your career has been, gangbusters. You've won Grammys, all that kind of stuff. But one thing, because it's relevant today with what just happened yesterday or 2 days ago, Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
You wrote a song with Taylor Swift called Breathe
Yeah.
on her Fearless album, won a Grammy for it. Talk to me about, from the songwriter perspective, who is Taylor as a songwriter? And take us into the room there with you.
She's brilliant. And that was a long time ago. That she was so young.
It was before, she was still kind of in the country world.
Oh, yeah. It was for her second album.
Yes,
So it was
yeah,
during
yep.
her first album, you
Yes.
know. And I flew out from Nashville. She wanted to write with me. She had this idea she brought in the room. We wrote in Music Row, or on Music Row.
Yep.
Like, you know, just, she was so sweet. She brought me a gift. Like, her mom dropped her off. Like, I was just so impressed at her confidence and her talent and her wisdom in general, but especially at that age. I was just
Yes.
blown away. It was really a really cool experience.
Yeah, I agree with you there because actually I was working at another place previously when she came onto the scene. She was 15 years old.
Yeah.
She came into our office and performed for us and just she was a 15-year-old that basically captivated
She does, yeah.
30 and 40-year-olds
Yeah.
that were like, she has it. You
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And then
She
is.
makes everyone. She truly remembers everyone and
Yes.
remembers things about you. So she compliments you. She acknowledges something like a song. Like, I walked into her Christmas party one year and she's like, one of my songs was playing and she just knows things. She remembers everyone and it makes you feel. I don't know. It just makes everyone feel like
makes you feel seen.
Exactly.
Basically. Yeah.
That's exactly.
She has a knack for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so funny that the whole thing that she did on the 12th. I mean, what do you make of this whole frenzy that she causes people to go crazy and all the Easter eggs in that?
It's incredible to watch, honestly,
Yes.
and everyone picks up on it. And I think, well, she has fun with it. I think that's you're supposed to always have fun with what you do and interact with your audience and have them find things. Like, she knows it's fun for them and it's fun for her. It's really cool to watch. I mean, no one has really done it like that before. And she finds new ways of doing it. And
Every time.
it's really cute to see everyone get so excited about it and invested.
It's great. Do you prefer to write alone or co-writes? Do you have a preference?
Both. I like to start by myself because I still get shy and, like, it's hard to be vulnerable with ideas, but I also will bring an idea in into a room or, like, kind of single and live without and can't say no. We wrote in the room. I didn't bring in those ideas. So
Okay.
I'm happy with all variations. But my last album along the way, I brought in majority of the ideas of, like, what I wanted to say.
Okay. So where do these ideas or where does this inspiration come from? I know it's everyday life, but
Yeah.
But when are you like, yes, that's a song?
Well, so for Kind of Single with Lee, I wasn't at the studio yet, and he was asking Jimmy, our producer, he was like, so what's Colbie's deal? Like, is she married? Is she single? Like, what are we going to be writing about today? He's like, I think she's, like, kind of single. And he's like, let's write a song like that. And then I came in and he pitched it to me. I was like, that's actually very fitting. That's perfect. So that's how those kinds of things happen. And, other ones we come up with on the spot or they find their way. Like, Can't Say No found its way, But we didn't have the title off the bat or anything like that. So you just work on it for hours and see where it goes.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
Can't Say No with Ryan Hurd.
Yes.
My sister's obsessed with that song.
It's
It's such a great song. That's how I started listening to it. But as you're doing this album and redoing the songs from 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
what did you learn anything different about the song itself, or does it mean something different to you now than it did then?
Yeah, I think I find new meaning in all of them. Like, some of them I remember what I wrote them about, or of course I remember, but I still think about that. Or a lot of them I just find the new meaning in what I'm experiencing in
At the
life. And at the time, I would realize, like, oh my God, I've been singing these so different, like not so different, but like lots of different inflections when you do it live, and over the years that's how I started singing it on the recording, and I had to be careful of not going too far, which I don't really do because I don't like when artists do that when I go to their shows. So I felt like I just had to check back in and see if it was too different or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we just talked about Walker doing Brighter Than the Sun. He was actually in here last week.
Yeah.
And we talked to him and we asked him to say a little something to you. So we're going to play it for you now.
Oh, cute.
If you can take a look at it, and
My bud.
you can say something back to him, or you can just listen to what he has to say to you.
Colbie, I can't wait to hear what you do on this show. It'll be way better than whatever I'm doing, not because of her, but because of me. But yeah, I hope I can't wait to hear whatever I've actually got a duet on her new project. It's the best one on her new.
I bet.
Her new album.
What's it called? Can you say?
It's Brighter Than the Sun. It's
Okay.
like a remake of her smash hit, and she was so kind to let me do some hype vocals and do the second verse. But Colbie, I love you. Good to see you, or not see you. There's the camera.
He's so cute.
He's so funny.
He's so funny. I did his golf, his charity tournament like a while back after we recorded together, and he's just so fun. He's someone I'm like really proud of in the industry for how he guides his career, but how he focuses on his home life, and I think it's really rare to see, and just how he talks about his family and puts that first. Like it made me so happy to learn that about him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And listening to his album, he obviously really still madly in love with his wife and loves his family, and he brings that to the forefront.
That's what he
everybody
does.
Can see that.
I mean, he just can't wait to get home and hang with his kids and his
Yes.
wife and their life. I love hearing that. He's
Good.
truly like who he is.
Yes, he's
Just
a
that
good guy.
bright, positive energy.
Yes, which is a perfect song,
Yes.
Brighter Than the Sun.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, did he just make that up? Like, count me in, see? Because that's not obviously on the original.
No,
but-
it's not, but because of Bubbly, he's like, I've always wanted to do that. He's like, you don't have to keep it. I'm like, I'm keeping it. That was
Yes.
really sweet.
That was perfect. Yeah, it's a great intro. So I did want to go through a couple of the artists that you have on the album, and just give me 2 or 3 things that pop into your head when you think about them or the process of creating the song. So let's start with Maren Morris.
Okay. One of my all-time favorite female vocalists. She is incredible. I've wanted to work with her for so many years, and when she said yes, I couldn't believe that she said yes to singing on my song and choosing the song. And then she came in the studio and she had all these amazing ideas. She was so prepared, and she had this beautiful idea for the bridge. She is a spectacular artist and vocalist, and honored to have a song with her.
That's awesome. Hillary Scott from Lady A.
Sweetest angel, sweetest voice. It's so beautiful. I've known her most of my career since the beginning of it, and she's just a kind heart, beautiful voice. And she chose Try. She had this beautiful idea for the bridge, came very prepared, added these incredible harmonies. I love her.
Jason Mraz, which you do Lucky with, which
Yes.
you did years ago too.
Yeah. That I was nervous. I was like, Jason, are you cool if I redo this? It's like a country version. He's like, yeah, I'm doing like a bluegrass record too. This aligns perfectly. So I was nervous. How he was gonna list how he'd like the song and production, but he loved it, and he's just the coolest.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Ryan Hurd.
Ryan Hurd is awesome. We wrote Can't Say No together. He came in that day. And I think all of us in the room at different times in our lives have been able to relate to the lyrics and that sentiment of the song. So that was nice to be able to bounce the ideas. His voice is so powerful and beautiful, and he's really, really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lee Bryce.
Oh, Lee Bryce. I'm like a super fan of his, and that was another one where I was like, will he say yes? Like, we have mutual friends. I've been in the same events as him, but he said yes, and it took us a long time to get the date on the books, and then we wrote the song, recorded it that day. His vocal is like the first take that he did. It just had so much emotion to it. He's so down to earth. He's like so rad. I love him so much. So that one I'm very excited about.
Are you friends with him now?
Now
now
we're
you're
buds.
friends?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
good.
shot our music video, and we have all the same friends. So it's
Good.
It's a tight community here in Nashville.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. So noticeably, a lot of the artists, aside from Jason Mraz, Gavin DeGraw, and Amos Lee
Yeah.
are all country artists.
Yeah.
So talk about, obviously you did a country album, you were in Gone West,
Yeah.
which was country group. Talk about getting into country music and what you love about it and
Yeah.
why the gravitation towards country.
Yeah, it was a long progression. I didn't grow up with country music. I honestly wasn't a fan of it until, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago or even less than that, maybe.
Okay.
I just didn't, it wasn't around. It wasn't in like the people I hung out with, my family, no one listened to it. And so being friends with Jason Reeves and Gavin DeGraw, who both lived here in Nashville, and I would come out and visit, and I would have writing sessions, and I would start to just be around it more, and the instrumentation and the community of it. And then, you know, growing up in California and going to Hawaii, the steel guitar comes from Hawaii and is in Hawaiian music. So I had that nostalgia and the familiarity with that instrument. And I was like, well, I want that on my song. Can I? Like, am I allowed to? Like, what, you know? And then I really just felt like it started to become home is country music, and the way that people write here, the songwriting is brilliant, and the musicians are incredible, and the community is truly what it is. Like, everyone, it's a small town. Everyone works together. Everyone's friends with each other. And I've been here for 9 years now, and it just truly, like, slowly just started feeling like this is the kind of music I want to create. It felt natural. And that's what I do live, too. I have my songs sound like this live, like this record.
Yeah. And so the one song on the album that's a cover, you chose Circles by Post Malone. Why did you choose that song out of every song you could do?
That's a great question.
And that's with Gavin DeGraw. You sing that with Gavin.
Yeah, I've been listening to Post for, I don't know, a handful of years now. And I love that song, and it was an easy one I could play. It's just like 2 chords, and I'm very simple at playing like piano or guitar. And I wanted to add some covers into my shows, and so I started singing it, and then I just love it so much, and so I thought, like, I would love to release a version of this. And Gavin and I have been friends for so many years, and we play shows together often, so I asked if he would sing on it with his spectacular voice.
So is that the process? Are you contacting these artists directly, or is
Yeah.
this through publicists and management, or are you
Yeah,
just like, hey, you
I
wanna sing?
contacted most of them directly, but a couple of them, like Marin, my producer Jimmy asked Marin, and same with Lee. My friend Jared Neiman asked Lee. And then, but also my team also asked, so like I went at from like a couple different angles.
Yes, yeah.
But like Amos, I became friends with him. Hillary, I'm friends with. Mitchell, Russell, like everyone I knew from town. So I just, those were, it's always nerve-wracking to text and be like,
I bet.
Are you cool singing? Yeah.
But who's going to say no to you? Come on.
You never know if they don't want to or they
Or if they
can't.
don't have the time.
So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was that's why this record took so long too, is everyone's schedules for it to align.
How long did it take you? How long were you
A
working?
year and a half of recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been very spread out. So
Okay.
normally you do it a little quicker than that.
Yeah. So we were talking about Gavin, and you did Circles with him, but you're also going on a Christmas tour with him.
Yeah.
Is it too early to talk about Christmas in August?
I mean, well, when is this airing, right?
Yeah, right? Probably around that time.
Yeah. No, it's isn't that funny? Like, even recording a Christmas album, you record it in the summertime because it takes so long to get
put it
everything out.
Yes.
But yeah, we have a run of shows on the West Coast, and we're gonna sing. We're gonna share a band, be on stage together, sing Christmas songs, sing our own songs, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. So you're doing it at the same time. It's not going to be him coming out and you coming out.
No,
Or...
normally we play like every year together, and we'll take turns on who, like, an hour set and then an hour set and then 30 minutes together at the end. But this time I think we're just going to do the whole thing together. We haven't entirely figured it out, but that's what we brainstormed.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
Oh, it's being cozy with the ones that you love, honestly. I think that there's nothing better than like filling a house with your family and friends and making it warm with a fire on and blankets and food, and just that's like Christmas songs like Nat King Cole. Like, that's my childhood going to my grandparents' house in like
Same.
Lake Tahoe's. Yeah.
Yes.
White Christmas.
Yes.
Cozy.
Nat King Cole and Johnny Mathis.
Yes.
Records.
Yes.
At Christmas
It's the
time.
best.
Do you have a favorite meal that you cook, or traditional meal that you guys do at Christmas time?
You know what's interesting? We do like king crab legs, which is,
really?
I know it's not like traditional, but that's what we've been doing for many years now, like a baked potato and I think like a steak and king crab legs. And
Sounds delicious.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad was into that and so that's what we've been doing. Yeah.
That's great. So that takes care of our Christmas content. So looking back on the songs that you remade and that time in your life, is there anything you think you would have done differently in your career?
Oh, it's so hard as you're growing and learning yourself and everything's moving so fast and you're being presented with different ways of how you can release music or look or just everything. It's hard to know yourself and take the time to actually sit and know when to say no, know when to say yes, and grow. So I'll look back at some things and I'm proud of what they were, and some things I'm like, oh, like you didn't know better or you didn't have time to. That was the best decision you could do at the moment. But I think that's the thing, looking back and just wishing I could have like taken a deep breath and had more time with my thoughts. Yeah, I think it was just like a whirlwind and add the stage fright and it was just like woo, spinning. But,
get rid of that. Yeah. So you just mentioned the ways we release music. So what's the difference? Okay, let's put it this way. Did you prefer it back then as you do as it is now, or vice versa? Or do you not care? It is thunder.
That's so fun. I love that about Nashville.
Yep. It's a storm this afternoon.
Yeah, last night's storm was wild too.
Oh my God.
Well, I think that the way that my first music was released with MySpace and everything, that was so great because people chose it. So I love that aspect of it. Being on a major label for most of my career was great because of all the opportunities and everything that they present, and like they just like are lifting you up with them, But there's like the creative control is a little bit harder. There's more cooks in the kitchen. There's more of a battle with those kinds of things and legalities. Now being on my own label and being like independent, it's great. There's more freedom, but it's also a lot more work for me and my team, and you're less exposure, a lot of things. So I think there's pros and cons to everything, and you just have to be aware of it going into both.
That's right. You have your own label. You created your own record label.
Yeah, for this. I'm not signing artists or anything like that.
It's just for your projects?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Was it just for this project in particular, or for
my last album was too.
And the upcoming ones that you're going to hopefully do?
Yes.
Okay. That's great. So also, after all these years, we know who we think Colbie is, obviously, from your music. We're like, okay, we think we know you. What's one thing that you think your fans would be surprised to learn about you? That they may not know. I'm sure nowadays, obviously, with the internet, we know everything about you. But is there a quirk, or is there something you like to do that people wouldn't know or would be surprised to hear?
I can be more of like a daredevil, if you will. Like I like I don't know. I like skydiving or off-roading or like wild things like that. Like my friend Tim Montana, like we'll all go out in like Polarises and side by sides. Like I love that kind of stuff.
Yes.
That whole rugged, adventurous. Like you just feel like a kid. So I don't know that side of me. Like I love.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that I can come off very shy and reserved, but like around the people that I'm close with, I can be more fun and funny and wild, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you gone skydiving?
Yeah.
You
3
have?
times.
3 times?
Yeah.
And you're still alive. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So what can we look forward to next? Obviously, you've got this project coming out in September. What's after that? Do we get a new album that's yours coming up, or are you working on it?
Yes. There's another variation of something that will be coming out at some point. Yes.
Do you have a time frame of when it's coming out?
No, I actually thought it was going to be sooner but all of this, again, with everyone's schedules, it got pushed.
Yes.
So I think it won't be out till next year, realistically.
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay. Well, we'll look for it. We'll look for it.
Okay.
Come back when it's out.
Yes, I will. Okay. I would love to. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yes. Hi, I'm Colbie Caillat here with American Songwriter, and if you want to hear the behind the story of my new album this time around, check out the November issue.